go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Crafting Cafe podcast. Ellie, season 2, episode 2. What's new?
Our desk.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going with
our
it.
Desk, yeah.
I didn't really think you were
and
going to talk about it
outside.
then. We got a new sign, we got a new desk, we got a more relaxed sort of vibe.
Nice.
Yeah, nice sitting. Ellie was turning it into
Nice
a bit
chairs.
news reporter, but
Yeah.
it's a nice little... How'd you feel about it?
I like it. Do you?
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know how we're going to fit 3 people on though.
Does it look better? Yeah. It's higher.
Can you see the bottom of it? Like, can you see any of this bit?
Bits, not really. No.
No.
No, it still looks good though. It was empty before. You wouldn't have had to see your feet.
Mm.
What have you been doing? What do you know? What
Been
you up to?
working.
Have
Working
ya?
it over the weekend.
Working
yeah.
hard. 9 to 5.
Very hard.
What a way to
Facebook
earn a
Live.
living. Facebook Lives as well.
FaceTime and Liam
Have you?
on the weekends.
All the face, that was fun.
He really enjoys that.
Yeah, he does.
Really enjoys
Called
being
me about
bothered at
3
the
times
weekends.
after.
Did he?
Yeah. Wouldn't
Say,
stop.
leave me alone. Being a bit needy.
Me?
Yeah, or Ellie was. Which one of you was being needy?
I
Ellie
wasn't.
was.
Oh, not the mic again.
Just
It's always Scott's mic, isn't
yeah, it's
it?
never right, is it? It's never in the right place. So, episode 2, season 2, Ellie. It's just me and you again, no guest today.
No.
The last one was good.
We've got a little quiz again, haven't we?
Yeah.
House, quiz part 2.
And I'm going to win this time.
I've not thought of any forfeits.
I have after last time.
Have you?
Yeah.
If it's any that you've been joking with me, I'm not doing them.
How can you not do them? That's
So
not how the game goes.
I'm not doing them. I'm not doing them.
What happened with your forfeit?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
did you have
that
to
was
do? How did you
horrible.
find your forfeit? Was it fun?
Hated it.
Did you enjoy it?
No, not
We
at
let
all.
you off a little
People
bit,
still
though.
say, like Katie downstairs
Yeah.
still says it to me now when she sees me.
We let you off a bit with it, though.
Good, because it was vile.
There was a whole 3 hours at the end that we said you didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
We were nice then. We could have made you still do that.
It was, I can't even talk about it.
Was
I
that
don't
bad?
even want to say the word.
There was
It
a conversation
vile.
that you had with Toby. That was one of the best conversations. Which that'll be on social. We recorded that for social. Toby, I'm sorry if you end up seeing that. That was
Can't
was
even-
great. That was really good.
Yeah, very
Liked
weird.
it.
Very weird.
I tell you what has been happening. Talking of craft, we're getting very excited about a craft at the moment, aren't we? Are you into this as well? Are you as excited as we're excited? I'm not even sure what it's actually called. The one that you've done that I now really like and TikTok is serving up. Textured painting. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Textured painting.
We were on about it earlier when we were waiting for you for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, sorry. Ellie waited for us for 40 minutes. Was it 40 minutes?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Textured painting's fun though, isn't it? Do you want to do some textured painting?
I'm excited to do it.
Yeah. I
What
think
are you going to create with it?
Haley's done some before, haven't you?
Yeah.
And it ended up... Is it on a wall somewhere? Is it art?
Yeah, I've got some in my bedroom.
There you go. Some in a bedroom. If anyone goes into Haley's
What does
bedroom...
it look like?
If you go into Haley's bedroom, you'll see it. Ooh. A beach. Is it above the bed? Ooh.
On the ceiling.
Oh, Ellie. Ellie.
Sorry.
That is too far.
gone red. It's gone
far.
red.
Too
Love.
far. If only we had a producer camera. Okay. So texture painting. We're into texture painting. It's all
Yeah.
over my TikTok at the moment. It looks awesome.
I
You
wanna
don't
have a
really
go.
need a lot for it, and then you just
Then
make art.
Can
Just-
you leave it paint like without colour?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got actually some art on the wall at home that now looks like that. Now that I think about it, we got it from Home Sense, but it looks a bit like someone's texture painted it. It's cool. I think we should do it. What else have you been doing that's crafty? What other crafts you've been looking at?
The dirty paw. That's what I've been looking at.
Oh, yeah. So, as new part of the podcast, we
Ooh.
started with episode 1 of season 2
I do have some notes about this.
about Dirty Paw.
Because
Ellie's consulting her notes
accosts
on a
me
Dirty Paw.
every single Monday
So
saying,
one of our new
"You done
topics,
research?"
one of our new topics that we're going to do every
Let
episode
me get it
is
out.
that we are going to talk about a term that you may not know, which is to do with crafting. Last week we did, what did we do last week? Frogging.
Yeah.
So I explained what frogging was last week. A term that people don't know. A glossary term that just no one's ever heard of. And you love frogging, is that what you're about to say?
I was about to say, but I love the word.
You didn't
frogging,
like it at the time. You were like, I don't really get it.
Well, I didn't before. I didn't understand it.
But now you like it.
But now I like it.
Have you frogged a lot of stuff since?
Yeah, I frogged a lot on the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, that was that.
In a work
Pardon.
related, a work capacity frogging.
Yeah.
What I didn't realise about the last podcast
Very
is
bad.
you could really hear Liam Googling or other search engines that are available what frogging was. That really came off because you don't have a mic, but it was still audible. So you could hear Liam talking about swimming pools and all sorts. And that was a bit
Liam
much.
was very intrigued by it,
It was a bit
wasn't he?
much, wasn't it? Yeah. So that was frogging was last week, and this week you've got a topic which you've researched.
The dirty paw.
The dirty paw, which it was very cute what you associated dirty paw with.
I didn't realise how it was spelt though. That's my
You get it on your
thing.
paws.
Dirty paws.
What, on your paws?
Yeah, I'd say it's, that's fair.
Okay.
If you don't
No,
know
I
how
think
it's
fair.
spelt.
Yeah. No, I think that was fair. This is definitely broke. Anyway.
Anyway,
Are you gonna
I've
give
got
us some
my
dirty paw facts?
I have, yeah.
The facts on the dirty paw.
So if no one knows what dirty pawing is,
I don't know what
it's
dirty paw
where-
is. Anyone know what dirty pawing is? Liam knows.
Do you know what dirty pawing is?
Kind of, but not really.
I think I could guess what it was, but I want to know more. I want to know more about the dirty paw.
So from what I've researched,
Okay, give us the lowdown.
it was discovered by accident in the 1930s.
30s, that's a while ago.
This is good, yeah.
Yeah.
David
Next up,
found
Ellie.
the dirty paw.
So the dirty paw was originated by David.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
accident.
By accident. What was he
And
doing?
dirty pawing is where you get loads of different paints, put it all in one pot,
Yeah.
and then let it free on a canvas, I guess. Pour it over a canvas.
Does it have to be a canvas? Can it be anything else?
Anything
Anything
I suppose
that the
so.
paint will stick to.
Yeah.
So this table, I could just get loads of paints and just dirty paw
it.
if I
dirty
wanted
paw
to.
it. But then there is also a thing called the traditional pour,
Yeah.
where you can do a similar thing of different paints and popping it on
Mm-hmm,
a canvas, and then tilting your canvas.
Okay, nice. To
Where
see where
some
it goes.
people might think that that's a dirty pour, but it's not. You've got to put it all in one pot.
So you get a pot, put all my paints in.
Mm.
Do I mix it up or do I just let them free?
You can mix it up, and also, depending on which paints you put in first and how quick you pour them into a pot, also changes how it
Nice.
goes on your canvas.
And then you pour out like marble. Yeah, I suppose it's marble effect. Did you watch some videos of some paws, some dirty paws?
No.
Would you like to dirty paw?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Would you?
No. Are you booked in for one? A dirty paw?
Not yet.
No.
What about tonight?
Would you?
No.
Yeah. Would you do one tonight? That sounds weird, Liam.
Shut
what are
up.
you going on about? Right. Haley will do a dirty paw with you. You're
Haley's
quite arty.
Haley's basically
quite
got a dirty
arty.
pour already on his ceiling with the texture paint.
Wow.
You gonna
This has
do
took a
one?
turn. Liam, would you dirty paw?
I've done one before.
Have you? When did
you?
you do a dirty paw?
Back in the olden days.
What, in the 1930s, where it was discovered
Are you
by
David?
Are you David?
I'm David.
Here's David Paw. Julie's done a dirty paw. Our agony aunt.
I could imagine that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's good.
That was
Have we
good
got-
research,
Have we
wasn't
got
it?
another one to research for next week for EP 3?
We'll think of one.
You've not thought, oh God, they've not done their tasks, have they?
I'll be
Ellie's
honest.
summer DIY. What's that?
He said he forgot.
Well, not forgot. It's just down to you guys to do it.
To do what? Sorry.
Think
Wasn't
of them.
listening.
Okay, I'll research one then. So I've done frogging, you've done dirty paw, then it's over to me. What's next? So I'll do another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I've got a list actually somewhere. We'll get it.
Okay.
So you're going to Frankfurt soon.
Whoop,
Should we talk about that?
Do you want to talk about Frankfurt? So, 4 of us are going. So, 3 of us in this room. Unfortunately, you're not, Ellie. You've got to keep everything going here. So, we're going to Frankfurt
Gosh.
to Creative World, which is an event which is basically showcases the best product in the art and crafts community
Yeah.
for next year and this year as well. So, yeah, we're going. Me, Liam, Haley, Julie, Kat. And then we've got a couple of other people out there as well, Barry and Deirdre, which
Can't
is
be
very
Maker
exciting.
and
And Mark, yeah. It's a lot of us, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm going because I am one of the panel on the awards. So I get to hand out an award, which is Kids Product of the Year Award or Children's Product of the Year Award.
Have you already seen the contestants?
Yeah, so we went to Frankfurt to judge. So the judging panel got together and saw the products and then did that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go from there. So yeah, I know who's won.
Oh, you already know
So I have
who's
to do like a
won.
Grammys moment and be like, and the winner is. Can all of the winners come up and collect your? I think they get.
What is the prize? Do you know?
I think it's just a leaflet.
A leaflet?
What do I mean? A certificate. That's it. A certificate. But also, you can use that.
Yeah.
You can use that certificate on your product as like promo, and it's like obviously quite a big thing to say we won this.
I saw a video. Julie showed me a video of it. Looks good. It looks
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah,
looks
it's good. It's going to be fun. So we'll do lots of content there. We'll hopefully do some podcasty stuff out there as well. See if we can get some guests.
Are you gonna get a GoPro on Julie's head?
We've actually got a fancy Osmo, so that is somewhere in a pigeonhole. I'm not allowed to touch it. So
yeah.
Kat's
Didn't you
gonna-
break it? The
Yes,
last one.
yes, I did. Yeah. Yep. I would
How?
say it was faulty. Because I don't know how I broke it.
But you did break it.
Well, I took it home and it was working. I brought it back and it wasn't working.
What were you doing at home with it to break it?
Nothing. That's a different story. Nothing. Nothing at all. I literally took it back to charge the battery. So the batteries were charged for when we went. I charged the batteries, brought it back in, and it wasn't working. Then Liam did try and fix it, and it wasn't working.
Yeah, it's faulty.
It is
Yeah.
legitimately faulty. If there was anything incriminating on there, Ellie, do you think I'd bring it back into the office?
I haven't said anything like that.
Yeah,
That's
but
you
you're
saying that.
insinuating.
I didn't say it.
You're insinuating.
I didn't know. You might have been filming Penny.
Why is you with you and my dog? I'm going to bring her in one day.
The dog you
Just
never
sit her here.
Yeah, I'd
Just
like
sit on
to
the
meet
desk.
Penny. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. What have you been doing? Anything more about Frankfurt you want to know? Where's that hand going?
I don't know.
Are you going to hit me?
I know.
I'm a bit scared.
No, I was
What
trying
else
to
is going
calm
on?
the anger.
Oh,
from
was
talking
you?
about Penny.
We're
Sorry.
very close together on this new
I know.
setup. Your knees touched my knee then. It's a bit much.
God, Ellie's summer DIY vid.
That was like that you sent it to us.
Oh, that Scott hated.
I just thought... Okay, this is where we should insert the video, or we'll do a little
Can we
TikTok
do
of
that?
the video. We need to do some stitches. That started an argument last time I suggested that, so I just looked at Haley then. We need to film some content stitches where like you're talking over that video as to why you think it's amazing, and we'll do it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ellie sent us a video, and I weren't that keen on it. I don't know about everybody else.
I wasn't.
So it's basically cutting up cotton buds and then
Yeah.
sticking them together on a board to make it
Painting
look
them.
like a. It's a bit,
Make them look like lollipops.
no, it was a bit.
I
strange.
didn't go. Well,
I
thought
think
it
it
was
says
like
a lot
I don't
about
know.
your algorithm.
Yeah, they put it in vases.
It's like flowers.
It was weird.
some people may like that.
So this is Ep 2, right?
Yeah.
How are you getting on with finding guests for the next few episodes? I've moved forward with my celebrity guest.
Who?
We're at negotiation phase now.
Who?
I'm not telling you, I told you, it's a surprise. But we're at negotiation phase. We're legitimately at negotiation phase.
I know. I think I know who it is.
Who?
What, to come on here?
Yes. Maybe not in person, but to come. We'll try and get them in person. You don't believe me? I'm in negotiation.
With who?
I'm not
Male or
telling you. I'm
female?
not telling you. It's a surprise.
Male.
Why would I tell you it's a surprise? Also, it might not happen. You know what celebrities are like.
Do we know them already?
You know them from the world, but you don't know them as in person.
Such a liar.
Oh, I'm not lying.
Well, I don't know who. Are we? Do we have any?
Yeah, well, we've got our first guest next week.
Yeah.
Mr. John Scott, part 2.
Oh, that's going
This
to be fun.
have you been pulling this? Because there's a gap now.
Right.
This desk is about fragile, guys. I think Ellie's been pulling it.
And we've reached out to that Jude guy, the knitting guy.
Jude Law.
No.
Oh, I'd love it if Jude Law came on.
Oh, really?
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. Calm
The
down.
biggest gasp
It's not
ever.
Jude
The
Law.
knitting guy on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get him. What's he say?
Who's Jude Law?
He doesn't want to come on.
Yeah.
No.
Liam not know who Jude Law is. The Holiday.
Who?
The Holiday.
The one
Karen Diaz.
falls in
Jude
love
Law.
with.
Falls in Love. Jack Black's in it as well. No, no, it's in The Holiday. Great film. Okay,
He's a
Ellie.
lovely man.
I think it's time.
For the quiz?
The agony aunt.
Yes.
Don't skip the agenda. Coming up after the break, Julia Agony Aunt. Welcome back to the Crafting Cafe podcast. Oh, I can't believe what you just said in the break. Anyway, this is episode 2 of season 2. And Julie's here. Julie's
Agony
here.
aunt,
So
yeah.
Julie's got a new role in this year's podcast, this season, whichever
Yeah.
one I'm going with. It's a new year as well.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Previously, Julie was here for your questions, for your answering as an
Yes,
agony aunt.
yeah.
But this time, Julie, we're
We're,
giving advice.
yeah.
We're flipping
Or
it on its
tips
head.
And, tips and
Tips,
bit
hints,
information. Yep.
So
Plus-
last week was we spoke about
Stamping.
stamping, and when we
Yeah.
were talking about stamping, we've all forgotten.
Yeah.
When we were talking about stamping, lots of conversation came around inks.
Yes.
And ink pads.
Yeah.
And what's the right ink pad?
Yes, because you
Priming.
get different ones for different things. So yeah.
And this is our way of trying to break down
Yeah.
that it's a little bit difficult sometimes to get into crafting because
Yeah.
which impact's the right ink pad to use?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and it depends what you want to do with, whether you wanted to stamp, whether you wanted to make backgrounds. There's all different ways you can use different ink pads. So we're
Yeah.
going to try and break it down to make it a little bit more simple,
Amazing.
hopefully, which will help if you're unsure.
Yeah.
we'll try and do it. So I've made some notes.
Julie's got notes, very
my brain
prepared
doesn't
this
store
time.
all
Very
of the
prepared.
information.
Very
Yeah.
prepared. So
So-
where do you begin with ink pads then, Julie? Where would you start?
So I think if you're just going to start by basically buying a stamp and
Yeah.
just stamping it onto a piece of card or a piece of paper, I would go with a memento or an archival ink.
Okay.
They're the brands. So that's
Yeah.
just a plain. You can get black, you can get brown, but that would be your base start if you're just wanting to stamp.
Okay.
So then if we then break it down, you get a couple of different types of stamp. Most of them are either pigment or dye.
Okay.
So a pigment ink is slow drying. It sits on the top of your paper, so it doesn't absorb, which makes it really good if you're thinking you want to start stamping and heat embossing.
Okay.
A pigment ink would be what you would need.
Perfect,
So you
perfect.
would use that. You can also then, if you're thinking you might want to, if you do fabric projects, if you want to stamp onto fabric, you can use a pigment ink for that. And then you can use a heat gun just to set the ink onto the surface. So it's good for that too.
Yeah.
Then you get a dye-based ink. So these are transparent ink. They absorb really quickly into a paper or cardstock. So you need to act quite quickly. If you're wanting to like blend them or anything like that, you'd need to act quite quickly. So you can get a couple of different types of dye-based inks. You can get ones that are water-based and ones that are water reactive. So if they're water-based, you probably wouldn't then want to use a watercolour with them.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
just going to
Too
make
much
it
water,
muddy.
Water overload.
So what you would do in that case then, you would stamp with like an archival ink, and then you would come in with your watercolours
Okay.
because the ink isn't going to move.
Yeah.
You then get things like your distress inks. So your basic distress inks are water reactive. So you can use them, you can water them down, you can paint with them, you can colour in with them. Then you get your distress oxide inks. They are like a hybrid. So they're water reactive, but they're also pigment based. So you can use them just to stamp onto a surface, but you can also then use them for all of like your techniques that you want to do. Sort of like popping them onto a mat, putting your water on, and you create
Making
like watery
backgrounds.
backgrounds. Yeah. You can also, because they are quite sticky, you can heat emboss with a distress oxide
Okay,
as well
nice.
if you act quite quickly. So those really are your basics.
Okay, nice.
And if no one knows what embossing is,
Yeah.
or your embossing powders,
Yeah,
what
so
does that mean?
So if we are using a pigment ink, because that's sort of like your one that sits on the top of your card and stays wet, if you can buy something called embossing powder. So what you would do then is sprinkle your powder over the top of the ink, sort of tap off the excess, and then you use a heat gun, which then melts the powder over the top of the ink, and it sort of raises, so it gives you almost like a bit of dimension.
Okay.
Which then you can then leave it as it is, or you can sort of colour in then the area that the powder isn't attached to.
And Julie, how have you over the time that you've been crafting, how have you understood which inks to use for different situations? Is it a bit of trial and error?
It is a bit of trial and error, and I think what I didn't have, which crafters have now, the internet is a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
source
yeah.
of. If you have an idea of what you're wanting to craft, maybe go and have a look at the different inks you can buy. Because there are a lot out there. But if you sort of stick to those basics, if you know what a pigment is and you know what a dye is, they're sort of going to be the ones that you're going to go to for whatever you want.
And I know that a lot of times, sometimes the brand comes
Yeah.
before what the actual ink is, so
Yeah.
people get a little bit
Yes.
confused by a brand
Yeah.
name rather than what that ink actually is.
Yeah,
and
that's
then you
right.
get so accustomed to I only work with that brand
Yeah.
because that's the one that I know.
Yeah, whereas I tend to use a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And obviously there's some brands that I use all the time now that
Yeah.
didn't exist when I started crafting. So
Yeah.
I've kind of moved as craft has moved
Of
forward.
course. A unique thing with most crafters I've ever had is they're so loyal to a certain thing that they've used because
Yeah.
they know how it affects and what it does and how it works.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you can get a little bit stuck in a rut also
Totally,
by doing
yeah.
that. Whereas I think if you're open to a bit more experimenting, and if
Yeah.
you get sort of, hopefully we've helped with the little bit I've given you there, but if you start to learn what they do, it encourages them to buy the product and then try something different.
And also, we always make mistakes. I think you
Yeah.
just have to accept that, like, it might not be how you intended to do it, but
Yeah.
just go with it and you'll
Yeah,
learn from
that's
it.
right.
That's
Yeah,
part of
definitely.
crafting as well, isn't it? That
Yeah,
you can
great
test it,
thing
learn it.
about inks are
Can't break anything.
you can be messy with
Yeah.
them. So if you think you've accidentally done something wrong, you could probably use that as a background.
There's
Nice.
never
Yeah.
any waste to
Or,
it, is there?
if you've got a die cutting machine, you can cut into it and create something with your die cuts.
Have you done a dirty pour, Julie?
No.
We learned.
But I know what one
learned
it
it
is.
We learned what. A
I
dirty
thought that
pour
you would.
was.
Well,
have done one.
when I first started working for Hobby Maker, Liam tried to get me to do a dirty pour on air. He asked me to do it for one of the first shows I would have done, and I was like, I'm too scared. So somebody else did it. I think it was Andy.
What was scary?
Andy or Dave.
What were you
Dave
scared
did.
about?
He did a live dirty pour.
Just
he did.
because-
Him and Dave. Yeah.
Because I'd never been on air before. I'd never done a show or anything. And Liam was like, I know you haven't, but... And I was just like, there are so many things that can go wrong with a dirty pour. So I was just like, no, I don't feel confident enough to do
A
it.
lot, Ellie.
I think
I
you can
feel
get
like
away with it because it's quite...
I feel like the whole thing
There's
about
no
it
right
is
or
not
wrong.
doing it
Yeah,
right.
but I was just worried that I'd tip it up and it'd just go
If it
everywhere
all
and
doesn't
it'd
go in
look
the
awful.
jar right, doesn't go on the surface right, then it all just looks like a big black,
Yeah,
like,
or if I
colourful
tipped
mush.
it the wrong way and then it
Like
just
if you
ended
put too
up
many
looking
different
like a
paints and it
splodge.
just goes brown, and then you're just doing a brown pour. That's horrible, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Still a
Could all
dirty
go
pour,
wrong.
though.
I would like to have a go though. Yeah.
I think, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Julie, Ellie and Hayley do a dirty pour.
Yeah.
That's the
I
next
would love
thing.
to get, like, you know when you see it on
live pour
TikTok
along.
where they're like the whole floor is like
Yeah.
a canvas
Oh, yeah.
and they've got it on like the string.
That'd
Yes.
be fun.
That's
Yeah.
a dirty pour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when
It's
they've
probably
got...
called something else, though, isn't it?
Is it like...
A swing.
Yeah.
A swing.
Swinging
No,
pour.
I know what you mean. Is it like a paint can with holes in the bottom?
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah, they
hold
do
it
look
back
cool,
and
to
they
be
just
fair.
let
Yeah.
it go, don't
They
they? And
look-
it just goes...
That
yeah.
does look good. That does look good.
I'd love that.
That's
Swinging
very-
pour. That's what you want
A
to do.
swinging dirty pour.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely don't
That's
use.
a-
Don't
pretty
use the
legit.
work.
Dictionary
Please don't use the work computer to Google that. If you do, 'cause that is okay. Julia, I think the next one, just
Yep.
from talking about it, and this may seem basic, paper.
Yes.
So many different varieties of paper.
There are different
so
types
many
of paper.
different types. I think paper.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What's
Yeah.
a GSM?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And also,
Whilst we're all here, because it would be good to see if Julie knows it, we've got your next one, so it'll be Scott.
Okay.
So your word that you've got to find, which is a crafting term,
Okay.
Okay.
yarn bath.
I think I know what that is.
Oh, I think I know what that is.
I think you just get into a bath with loads of yarn.
It's not how it's spelled.
No, I don't think it is
Bath.
either.
Yeah,
Bath.
B-A-R-F.
Oh, maybe it's not.
for like
Yarn
bath is in
bath.
like sick.
Yarn bath.
Is that like a fur ball when a cat coughs?
Okay. Buff. B-A-T-H.
So Julie's going to do paper.
B-R-A-R.
Bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. All right.
Also,
Thanks. I'll learn that.
stamping on different materials, like you were saying earlier,
Mm-hmm.
with wood and stuff.
Yep.
So what would?
Where did that come from?
She's just thinking.
We're on about stamping.
So-
We're on about ink pads.
We were. So
But we've moved on. Like, there's about 5 minutes of conversation.
Okay.
I will answer the
Go on,
question
no,
though,
answer
Ellie,
it though.
quickly.
No, it's great.
So
Where is Ellie
there is
going?
a
What's-
brand
what's
of
the point?
ink pad called Versacraft. If you buy that, you can
You
use
don't
it
want
on
me to
wood.
mention wolves, do you? Because I will.
Oh,
What
I
is
thought you meant the
doing?
animal. But then I realised, yeah. Yeah.
Anthony would want you to mention it.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. Yeah, what are you asking about stamping on
yeah.
multiple surfaces?
Ink pads.
So you
Oh.
can buy
on wood.
You can buy one called
Ink on wood.
Versacraft. Versacraft you need, and
So-
that'll
yeah.
stamp onto wood, fabric, and paper.
Thanks.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you.
Ellie's random question
Also-
about crafting.
Also.
I've got another question.
She's crossed her arms
Yeah.
for this. You see
Because
that?
she thinks she's gonna say
Also,
something funny.
was Anthony pleased with?
He was very pleased
Wolves.
at the weekend.
And who's Anthony? And who are
It's
Wolves?
my husband,
who
and
are
he
Wolves?
supports a certain football team
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
that beats.
And
Scott's
who won?
team.
Yeah.
Who were they playing?
Ellie all of a sudden has pretended she likes football.
I
I
never
don't know why.
pretended.
And then the team that don't win football matches beat my team. Yes, well done.
You know the week-
Where are you in the league? Are we doing this?
Still
you
win
know
on
the
Saturday.
weekend when Ellie FaceTimed me on the week.
Hmm.
She goes, Liam, can you believe the score of Wolves?
Why is Ellie all of a sudden like football? That's what I'm worrying about.
Yeah.
What's
She's
going to
like,
happen
I was
next?
messy, but I thought it might be a bit sore.
Thanks, Ellie. Well, there you go. That's not crafting at all, is it?
No,
No football crafts there.
it's a hobby.
A hobby. Yeah, it's a
We'll
hobby.
class
There
it
you
as a
go.
hobby.
It's a hobby. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ellie, for that. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, that is part 2. Part 3 of the Crafting Cafe podcast, episode 2, season 2. It's
2-2.
It's quiz time. I'm 1-0 up in the quiz in the Master League. Ellie lost last week and we had to do a forfeit. I don't know what the forfeits are this week, but coming up, quiz.
I'm excited.
Ant versus
It's on.
Deck /
It's on.
Ellie versus
Yeah.
Scott. Coming up after the break.
Hello, and welcome back to the Crafting Cafe pod. We're on
Episode 2, season 2.
Part 3.
It's quiz time.
It's Quiz Wars.
It's on.
It's quiz time. Ellie's
And
getting a
I'm
bit
not
nervous
losing.
because she's a bit scared about the quiz. She doesn't want to lose again, so that introduction wasn't her best because she's a bit scared.
Yeah, I am.
I've not even thought of the
nervous.
forfeit this time.
I have.
Have you?
So-
I've had 2 weeks of thinking of
Does
it.
it involve me wearing something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just for the listeners or the viewers at home, obviously Ellie lost last time. So what did you have to do, Ellie? Please explain.
I had to say babe after every sentence.
For a whole day.
So do
whole day.
check the socials, Instagram and TikTok for that because the videos are fantastic. Ellie hated her life that day.
But we did let you off for 3 hours of it.
Yeah.
So just remember
It was
that.
bad enough.
Just remember that. When I lose, just remember that. At some point, I'm going to...
Okay, you can bring a spare change of clothes then.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Right. Come on.
Right, so today,
Then.
round 2. So at the minute it is 1-0 to Scott. And
Not
so first of
hello.
all, Ellie... No, in fact, let's do Scott's first. If you win, Scott, what is Ellie's forfeit this
I
week?
don't know. I've not thought of one.
Oh, you're going to have to think
Okay,
of one.
it will be, she has to individually do whatever is the latest TikTok dance.
Okay, nice.
That's horrible, Scott. That is horrible.
And Ellie, if if you
That's
win,
Whatever
bad.
is the latest, most trending TikTok dance.
and
Why is mine so bad?
Scott's just good at thinking up some bad things. So Ellie,
That's spiteful, that is.
if you win, what is Scott's forfeit?
Scott's got to come into work and wear Birmingham City football kit all day.
What, a full outfit?
Full outfit.
Shorts and socks
Yeah.
over it. Oh my god. Oh.
Just you in a
And you say
short-
mine is evil, just making you do a dance. That's it. Yours is over, and it'll probably get like 2 views. So, like, whereas
It's
I've
going to be
got-
great watching Scott walking in the morning with his
Just you in
football kit on.
Just
Do I
in a
get to
full
pick the day?
football kit.
Okay, you can do it. I'm going to be kind.
No, do not say a Tuesday
Sorry.
or a
Tuesday or a
Thursday. It has to be a
Thursday.
Monday,
Friday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, Friday. Okay, all right.
Friday.
Especially when you have to have that managers
Kit as
meeting.
well. I'm cancelling all of them. Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay, right. So
Wow.
are we ready?
Oh, I'm not purchasing the kit. Someone's got to get. Okay. go on.
I'll happily
That's
buy
fine.
it.
All right. Okay.
So what is your budget?
Oh.
But buzzers this week?
Me really badly singing Julie. I win.
That's really going for
I
it,
win.
isn't she?
Yeah,
And
man.
are
I
they
win.
in sync? Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
Right.
Are
Are we
they?
ready? Are you all? Are you prepared?
Okay, so read the question and the answers, then we can go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Pressure now. That's actually quite horrible.
Yeah, it is.
So, question number 1.
5 questions though, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe with one bonus question.
Oh, 6. How's that work?
Well, it depends.
Even.
Just for a bit of fun.
Even numbers.
What country is the biggest? Let me.
Biggest.
Right.
you
go on,
okay?
Sorry,
Liam.
okay.
He's Liam's
What
nervous.
country is the biggest manufacturer of clay used for pottery? Is it A. China, B. United States, C. United Kingdom, or D. Turkey? Ellie?
I've completely forgot. Oh, what the hell? I've forgot
Right.
all the
Say a
answers
letter.
Five.
Say a
already.
letter.
Four.
A, B, C, or D?
A.
Incorrect. That was China.
I'm going to say D, Turkey.
Incorrect. Back to Ellie. So you've got United
B
States or
C.
United
B or
Kingdom.
C.
It's what,
B
sorry?
or C.
United States or United Kingdom,
B or
B?
C.
which was United States. That is correct.
Ooh. I thought Turkey being in there was a bit of a curveball.
Ah.
That's why I went for it.
Question number 2. Which of the following materials is not typically used in the process of making paper? Is it A. Wood pulp, B. Cotton fibres, C. Silk thread, or D. Rice straw? Scott.
I've seen paper made, and a couple of those I'm pretty sure aren't used in what I saw.
5, 4.
B.
Cotton fibres. Incorrect.
There was no cotton used in what I saw.
Well, that's a good thing,
Okay.
but yeah, not. This is materials is not typically used.
Oh, okay.
Ellie.
Can you repeat, please?
A. Wood pulp. C. Silk
that
thread, or
repeats.
D. Rice straw.
D.
Rice straw.
Yeah, that's
Incorrect.
Oh no!
So back to Scott. Is it A. Wood pulp or C. Silk thread?
Silk thread.
Correct.
1-1?
1-1.
No, I don't know how you got that one wrong. Anyway.
You got
okay.
that wrong too.
We're not very good at this quiz.
You went to a paper mill as well.
That wasn't used. It's obviously a very good paper mill. Right, next up.
Question number 3.
1-1 though.
Yeah, it's like
Pressure this is.
see,
Nervous.
there's no. Oh, you go first. Oh, you go first.
No,
None of that
it's
this week.
commitment this week.
Question number 3. In woodworking, what is the term for joining 2 pieces of wood at a 90-degree angle? Is it A, butt joint, B, dovetail joint, C, mortise and tension, or D, lap joint? Yep, Ellie.
B.
Dovetail joint, incorrect.
A.
Correct, butt joint.
Oh, of course. I nearly swore then.
Of course, it's a butt joint.
Of course, it's a butt joint.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
2-1. Okay, right. 2 more questions to go.
I really will scream if I lose this.
Which type of fabric is typically used in making... let me repeat that, sorry. Which type of fabric is typically used in the making of denim? Is it A, wool, B, cotton, C, silk, or D, linen?
B. Cotton.
Correct. 2-2.
Well done.
Right.
Thanks.
Final question.
Oh gosh, tiebreaker.
So this is your tiebreaker. What is the capital city of Canada? Is it A, Toronto, B, Montreal, C, Ottawa, or D, Vancouver?
That was Scott. It's C, Ottawa.
Correct. So that means Scott wins once again. So Ellie will be doing
Let's
a
get on
TikTok
TikTok.
dance.
Let's get on TikTok. Oh, what dance should we do?
Actually.
Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Just for Vance. Do you want my?
I'm going to really that's worse than Babe.
Would you have got that right?
Yes.
Would you? Do you know
Of
that?
course,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Just for Vance, do you want a bonus question, even though it means nothing?
No, if it doesn't mean nothing.
Do you not want to have a go
No,
anyway?
save that for the next one, Liam. I think Ellie's.
Well, no,
lost.
it'll be done by next.
Ellie's
It was
not
only.
happy.
Julie's literally like
what's the
wetting
score of
herself.
really?
Oh, I don't blame her.
Really game.
Oh yeah. Oh, do I? Okay. Ellie, do you want the question? It'll make you feel better. Come on, Liam,
is
give
it?
us the
What is
question.
What was the score of the Wolves v Aston Villa game?
2-0.
There you go. That makes you feel better, doesn't it? Can't wait. Oh, right.
So, Ellie-
Someone get on
That's gonna be
TikTok.
so
What dance is going
horrible.
viral?
And don't
Really
forget,
horrible.
check out Ellie's last forfeit, which is fantastic of her calling everyone babe, including some people that had no idea.
Also, hopefully Ellie has brought in... Did you bring in a roll-on and a lolly?
I have, yeah.
Oh, we'll record that in a bit and put that out. We'll do that.
I can't. This is going to be vile.
Nice. That does bring to a close episode 2, season 2 of the
can't
Crafting
believe
Cafe
this.
podcast. Ellie can't talk because she's so upset she lost again. It's 2-0. Thank you. Follow us on the socials. What are the socials, Ellie? The Crafting Cafe pod on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. X.
Twitter?
It's X, formerly known as Twitter. I don't know. I'll create an
Facebook.
account right now.
Oh, don't
You're
watch
definitely-
it.
At the end of this season, you're definitely going to have to abseil down the Blackpool Tower or something, aren't you?
That's a wrap. Crafting Cafe part 2, episode 2. Peace.
Peace.